Good morning, morning, good morning. I'm going way early this morning, but you guys will be all right. You'll catch it whenever y'all wake up. We'll still be good. Things are so cool. You should never do that with your bare hands. You should always use tongs. If they sell it, Zendang, but I've never used them. Oh man, I don't know about y'all, but I mean, things shifted so quick yesterday. It was crazy. It was crazy. My little cousin went home yesterday. So it was just so out of the blue too. I was like, I'm happy. We kept telling him too, like yesterday, we're like, it's not like we're excited to get rid of you, but we're just really happy you're going home. And he was like, it's cool. I'm happy I'm going home too. What's today? Friday the 6th. His moon is void at 8:30 tonight. There's a little plant down there. It does have it says on the 7th, the Samhain cross quarter day, 15 degrees of Scorpio. So I guess we'll do something tomorrow for another Halloween thing. Shifts have been crazy. They were shifting so fast. I mean, yesterday just went so fast, and then I passed out super early, which is why I'm up so early. Even though I don't have to be, and nobody else is up. But, yeah. Hope you guys have been enjoying the past life readings. I'm not going to be doing one today because I'm going to be doing an all signs here in a little bit. I'm looking for my shadows. It's just so crazy. Just think about how, I don't know, how it's always the things that didn't work out that end up being the things that put you on your path. It always ends up it always seems like the more you just relinquish control, the more things just seem to click into place. Oh, 6 o'clock alarm. I don't know. I woke up feeling really, really different. You can see I'm drinking my giant water. I'm going to do back to drinking this before I put anything else in my system in the day. Oh, because I got a reality check at the doctor the other day. I was finally forced to step on a scale. It's been getting that hand. So, ay. Luckily, my kids are Halloween candy monsters, so they ate all their candy already. It's crazy how quick they can go through that stuff. Especially my son. He's got no self-control with food. Actually, the day after Halloween, I made them all. I like to make pancakes and bacon on Saturdays. Or not on Saturdays, on Sundays. And I get on them every single time. I'm like, dude, you get, and I'm nice. I'm like, you get 4 pieces of bacon, man. 4 full strips of bacon. I buy thick cut. I was like, but that's all you get. And every time, like, I'll go take the dog for a walk and I'll come back and my son will have eaten an entire pound of bacon. He's like, it's so good. I can't stop. I'm like, don't touch that candy today. I'm like, you don't get any candy today because you ate a pound of bacon for breakfast. We like to do pancakes on Sundays. Howard used to make the kids, he used to do French toast thing for breakfast on the weekends. So it's always kind of a thing. We haven't been sitting at the table as much for dinner either. I might reinstitute that. It's about time to get back into some normality here. Now that things have shifted. Ooh, I mean, the whole energy of the house changed. I'm excited and worried at the same time. I am. I know what'll happen. I mean, we're going to go back to certain cycles. And I probably won't hear from them for weeks on end. But it'll be what it'll be. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully everybody learned the lessons they needed to learn. We can, I don't know. I felt a timeline shift. And then I woke up and Joe Biden was leading. I was like, okay. I don't know. This is pretty funny right now. I'm not really getting myself too wrapped up in politics because it's just going to be a shit show. And what's the point of getting wrapped up in it? You voted, you voted. If there's a revote, you can vote again. But besides that, there's really nothing else you can do. So why are you going to get yourself all worked out about something that's somebody else's job to worry about right now? And people acting shocked. I don't know why. I feel like there's voter fraud this time. I'm like, maybe because they've been pumping you that lie and priming you for this event. They've been priming you the whole time for the temper tantrum that's happening right now. I mean, that's how narcissists roll. But they prime you for it. Sorry, something on my screen is bothering me. Get off there. They prime you for it. If they see something they want coming into play and they know that, and they're smart, it's not that these people are stupid, they're smart. They see how it's going to go. They see what the possible outcomes are. And they prime you to respond for them in a certain way. What was it that woman did the other day? Really, really got me pissed off. She was, talk about my triggers. It was a post on Facebook, and she was yelling because someone had unfriended her. And she's like, you heard me getting verbally abused from the back seat of a car, and you didn't do anything or say anything, and then you unfriended me. And it triggered up an old memory I had of Luna getting into a physical altercation while she was driving with her boyfriend at the time, and he's hitting her while she was driving. She ends up pulling over on the side of the HOV. I threw a foot up there and kicked him because he was hitting her, and then I got yelled at for getting involved in their shit and da-da-da-da-da and blah, 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 and finally they got me home, and I turned around and looked her dead in the eye. I was like, when you're done with him, you can come hang back out with me. I said, but until you're done with him, I don't want anything else to do with you. Point blank, for real. You're going to stay with him after that? I don't want anything to do with you. I will be here when y'all are done with this. And about a month or two later, he came to my house, told me that he was leaving to move back to Texas. He didn't tell her. And that she's really going to need me when he goes. But what triggered me was this woman was yelling at her friend for not responding the way she wanted her to her being verbally abused, most likely by her partner, that she won't leave. So it's like, what do you want us to do? I don't understand women like that. I don't understand men like that. I don't understand anybody who sits there and takes abuse and then gets mad at us for not defending you when you're the one that put yourself in that relationship with the abusive person. I dealt with it with my sister too. Her first husband beat on her. You can't get involved, because then you'll lose them from your life that way. Because if you go against the abusive partner, then you become a point of their abuse. You know, you don't want to be that either. These people literally get into relationships with horrid people. And then what you want, somebody else to come and save you from it. But even when we do, and we remove you from the situation, or we give you doorways out, or we give you the advice to get out, you're going to choose to stay anyway. They rarely ever actually leave, not for a while, not until they're ready. Damn sure not ready to leave if she's on the internet complaining at her friend for not standing up for her versus being mad at the person who's verbally abusing her. I don't know. That whole thing didn't make sense to me, but it channeled and came out this morning, so someone needs to hear it. All right, so I can't make this up. For the 3D line, we got 2 jokers reversed. Bullshit games. 4 cups is reversed here. Done with the games, done with overindulging. I'm getting that. Making the hard choices. Making healthy choices. Though I do see a bit of still not really sure where the 3D line is going. It's fine. You don't have to. You don't need to see where it's all going. It's great that we're breaking out of the Joker, because these were both reversed too. That Joker energy. You know, the only thing that came out right was making the decisions, making the truces, making the decisions on, what you're going to do. The choices that you need to be worrying about making is for you. What is the best, healthiest decision in any given moment? What is the best thing that you could eat right now? What is the best thing you could do for your body right now? What is, is there something in your environment that you can work on? There's plenty of things within you and within your space that you can work on in any given moment. And as long as you're working on all of that, doesn't really matter what direction. Doesn't matter the fact that you can't see the actual direction that everything's going right at this second. All right. It's part of the point. It's the anticipation. All right. So on the 40 line, though, I do see still resolving some internal conflicts here. Still dealing with the hermit mode, learning how to process perceived failures. I always say perceived failures because that was the other point that I was making right at the beginning is you never know when that one thing that didn't work out turns out to be the thing that inspires you the most. Most people don't hit that frequency until finally some great fear of loss is faced, right? How many stories start out with the person was homeless? How many stories started out with he just left me for another woman, left me with kids, stranded, no money, da-da-da-da-da. And I pulled myself up on, by doing this, that, or the other thing, I would say the writer for Harry Potter, but she done got herself in a whole bunch of shit now with cancel culture. So, but those are the stories where people hit once you're no longer afraid of anything to lose, then, or you've already lost it, then there's nothing to fear anymore. You get to just be you and radiate your own energy. Right? And that will transcend down into the physical reality. Now, I do get the Page of Pentacles where it's like messages and opportunity of money came in. Money is Pentacles, and this is on the 5D. So it's like you brushed on the frequency a little bit, and then you went to like defensive mode to try to defend it. And now you're kind of stuck. Be like, what? Well, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I know what I'm supposed to do, but I just seem like I thought things would move faster than they are right now. So now I'm sitting and trying to observe my surroundings. And yeah, because I always say the hangman, he's not tied up or anything. He's choosing, especially in this deck. His eyes are closed, right? He's not worrying about the money falling out of his pocket. You got the moth here, a transformation, a stag, a crow. Yeah, you even got the lotus flower down here. So do not stuck. This is a chosen thing. And I was saying that too. Sometimes the hardest thing for anybody to do is choose to sit still for a second. But it's still telling you to really, really focus on your passions. 5D keeps reverbing back to that. Keep focus on what your passions are. I love this card. This is my Queen of Fire card. Right? Not your physical passions, not things like that. The feminine energy is about intuition. Where is your intuition? Where does your heart tell you? What does your gut tell you? What is all in line that fires you up from the root to the, to the crown? Don't fall back into overindulging. At the very end of the 5D line, what? The universe did this, then you started defending the money. Now it's forcing you to sit down and really think about it. I used to joke around with my friends when I was younger, and I'd be like, it's a good thing that the universe made me poor, or else I'd probably have a bad coke habit. I used to say that back in my early 20s when everybody was doing it. I was like, if I could afford it on my own, I'd probably have a really serious habit. But because I'm just hanging out with y'all, I can always just say, I'm going home and not have access to it anymore. So it's like in those times, being broke saved me from a dangerous habit. And with the overindulgent card on the 3D line reverse, it's almost like you're breaking out of that. And it's giving you a big warning of going, do not fall back into that, especially with the holidays coming, seasonal depression, all this craziness with the election. And it's just really, really own where your own toxic traits are and focus on you and realigning yourself. That's going to be the big message coming in with these big transitions that are coming this month. What I say, temple of my body. There's this big don't eat food kick. I don't know how I use all my data. I'm not even on the phone right now. There's this big don't eat food kick. People are like, oh, we can survive without eating food right now. That's really close to anorexia. All right. And this card really addresses that. It's like, stop picking, don't take care of your body. Don't abuse it. In my case, I was abusing it in the opposite way when I was eating too much junk. So now I got to cleanse myself of that. Don't starve yourself. Don't overindulge. Take care of your body. It is the vessel given to you. It has been given to you to do what you came here to do with. And the healthier it is, the healthier you will be, and the more in line you'll be. You won't need to have your chakras readjusted all the time. Do not blind yourself to the pain. Face it. If someone's hurting you, tell them. If it makes them leave your... All right. If you tell somebody that their behavior is hurting your feelings and they somehow turn around and make it an attack on them, I'm offended that you're offended that I offended you. That is a narcissist mind trick. That is fucking Jedi mind trick bullshit, dark side, what? You're not allowed to be upset about my behavior, because if you're upset about my behavior, then I'm going to get even more upset than you're upset. You see the response play here? But they almost want you to respond in those ways. They want you to say something so they can immediately play the victim card. Don't blind yourself to that stuff, guys. And call them out when they do that. When someone goes, I'm sorry, I'm just a piece of shit, point out that is not a fucking apology. That's not an apology. If you're a piece of shit with shitty behavior, change your behavior. Don't, Don't blind yourself to that and call people out on that kind of nonsense, all right? Keep following your passions. Keep breaching the surface, y'all. We are right there on the edge. I don't know. Lately, actually, I kind of feel like, I'm not going to speak on that too much because I don't know. We got like the 11-11, that shaman, the Scorpio, 15 degrees. We got a lot of shifts going on that we've been waiting for a long time. So, yeah, just get yourself ready for when things start to break free. All right? It's not time to be sitting on our heels anymore. Get us some magic cards. Achievement, win the award, the accolade, or the contract. And spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and spirit guides. So keep following your spirits. For the achievement card, I would even say set yourself some small, achievable, easily achievable goals to get you back in that, that frequency of accomplishment. Because the more you accomplish, the more you accomplish. And I say it too because it's funny, because it kind of plays that way out. My mom's out there will get this. It's like the more I do, the more people just expect me to do. Same thing works with this kind of stuff, y'all. The more you achieve, the more you achieve. But yeah, it's time for all of us to start achieving some goals. Yeah. That's all I got to talk about this morning, y'all. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and windy paths with me. As always, if you're new here, like, share, subscribe, smack my bell, click my like button, tell me that you like it. And I love y'all, and I will see you again just as soon as possible.